An IP address is a unique number that identifies each machine connected to the internet, whether it's a router, printer, smartphone, web server, or any connected device. The series of numbers you see above each machine is their IP address. These IP addresses allow different machines connected to the internet to communicate with each other, much like phone numbers for us. When you want to communicate with someone, you do it through their phone number, which is unique. IP stands for Internet Protocol. As the name suggests, it's a protocol, or in simpler terms, a communication language that allows computers to exchange information on a computer network. Thus, on the internet, computers communicate with each other through a set of protocols, including the Internet Protocol. Note that the IP protocol is used on the internet, but not exclusively. The Internet Protocol is also used for exchanging messages between machines on a local network. And this IP protocol uses numerical addresses, called IP addresses. There are two types of IP addresses. The ones we've seen so far are public IP addresses. These are the ones used on the internet. A public IP address is directly accessible on the internet. Generally, public IP addresses are held by for-profit organizations. Therefore, there is an identifiable owner for different IP addresses. So, yes, it's possible to trace the origin of a public IP address, especially with organizations that own these public IP addresses, such as internet service providers, who assign public IP addresses to modems. Now let's talk about private IP addresses. Not all IP addresses are usable on the internet, and around 600 million addresses are reserved, out of the possible 4 billion, for specific uses. 15% of IP addresses are not usable. These are addresses within these following ranges you see here. These private addresses are used internally, within an organization, or by an individual, within a private network, where each device is assigned a unique private IP address. Private IP addresses allow devices connected to the same network to communicate with each other without connecting to the internet. These are non-routable addresses on the internet that anyone can use for their business or home. Next, there's this other unique range of IP addresses. These are routable IP addresses on the internet, but are used as private addresses for internal use by internet service providers for large-scale NATs. NAT stands for Network Address Translation, which involves translating IP addresses into other IP addresses. I won't go into details here as I have a dedicated video on this topic. In any case, these are reserved private IP addresses. But how does it work in practice?